Hello, hello, hello. Sorry guys, just posting a link on Twitter because I have forgot to do so. Hey Liv, sorry, I'm just posting on Twitter as such and things like that. But how are you? Ew, it's me. How is audio? Music not too loud, hear me properly, because I've been playing around with that. Do you mean Hayden? By any chance? Or is it someone else? Oh no, wait. Oh. Oh, okay. No, I've just seen said asshole. Do you know who he is from your? That is not very good. Hey Dana, how are you? Ba-na, ba-na. Ba-ba-da-ba, ba-na, ba-na, ba-ba. I'm okay, I guess. What's up? I guess is not a I'm okay. If you have to say I'm guess, it's a no. Dana, we love you. It's true. Look, watch. It didn't work. I set up a command for hug, but I don't know how to work it. Oh, there we go. It did work. Da, da, ba, 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 da, ba, da. Ba, ba, da, ba, ba, da, ba, da, 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 da. Ba-da, 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 ba. I'm sat a bit close. Ba-ba, ba-da, ba-da, da. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. I'm sure I'm supposed to put someone's name after the hug, so it says to hug them. Also, will this cheer you up? That there's a doggy, and he's asleep on the bed. Okay, no, you don't need to talk about it. Just know that if you want to, then just message us. Both of us are there for you. How was Georgia, Dana? The devil went down to Georgia. It was fun. We got to see lots of family and friends. That sounds good. What's it like in Georgia? It's not a place I've ever been to. I've been to Florida. I've done California. I've done New York, but I haven't. Georgia is probably a place I haven't been to. How am I sounding though, guys? Because I've messed around with some of the filters and things like that. Can you hear me clearly? Music's not too loud. Any background noise? That's what I was trying to filter out. So I've got a fridge because of my insulin, like basically right here, and so it makes a lot of noise. So that's why I have to tend to have my mic quiet. But I'm not showing any background noise at the moment. But I just want to make sure I sound clear. Georgia is beautiful. It has these beautiful country towns, and the big cities are also amazing. But I lived in a small country town, and I miss them. See, I did the opposite. So I was from Birmingham, which is one of the, like, I think it's the 4th biggest city in England. 3rd or 4th. And then I moved to the sticks out in the middle of nowhere. And so I did the opposite. So I live in like, a small little town. And Georgia peach is the best thing in the world. I do like a good peach. Okay, let's see if I can make this slightly bigger. Hey Danny, how are you? You just woke up. What time is it over there? It's got to be like afternoon for you guys, surely. It's got to be like 2 p.m. Almost 2:30. I wish I could sleep till 2:30 in the afternoon. That would be like a dream for me. Danny, I'm gonna attempt something. Come on, Streamlabs, work. It worked. Streamlabs was like, no, you don't actually want to hug this person. It just takes its time. I think you should be able to do it to other people as well. It Streamlabs hugs itself. I think I need to change it so it says the person hugs. But it Twitter, uptime, and something else should work. Oh, and if you want to lurk, I've set one for lurking as well. It just says that so and so is going to lurk. They will be missed. Type it and find out. It's literally just exclamation mark lurk. This is all I've achieved. See you, Dana. As I said, if you need us, just message us. But thanks for stopping by. Have you got much plans today, Danny? It's your cousin's birthday. Happy birthday to your cousin. There better be cake. I have cake. Right here. Look at this cake. I got cakes too. Double cheeked up my brother. Oh, give me 2 seconds. Okay, sorry about that. I've been waiting a phone call all day, and they decided to ring at like 7:30 at night. Good morning, Vietnam. Phone calls are scary. But hello, Nelson. Bam, 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 bam. What? Kaz has a webcam now? I've always had a webcam, it's just never been turned on. And my webcam is built into my laptop. Like Carly is shook. Bam, 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 bam. I'm surprised that my laptop can handle my Switch as well as my webcam on at the same time, as well as streaming. So please let me know if there's any technical difficulties, and also let me know about sound, because I've been playing with that all day, hopefully trying to improve it. They're ready to start recording. What did I wake up to on Discord? Well, things went down in the general chat because of someone being horrible to live, and then Hayden's been posting not safe for work stuff in his chat. So no, yeah, my it's running from my Switch to my recording device, which then goes to my TV, which is behind the laptop, and and but then it also goes from the recording device by USB into my laptop at the same time. So, which is why I'm sort of looking past you guys, because my screen's behind it. Once I've tidied my desk, I'll take a picture of what my setup looks like, but my desk is horrendous and full of food at the moment because I'm hungry. So yeah, I've set the audio so I shouldn't, when I talk quieter, because I've noticed that I sometimes am quieter than I normally, to boost itself so it makes me louder, but also if I start becoming too loud, that it'll make me quiet down. Wait, when you start streaming? Did I say when I start streaming, or what did I... What did I say wrong, Nelson? Which part did I say wrong? So yeah, if I scream when I get a shiny, I shouldn't deafen you all because I've turned my sound quite up. But in the same aspect, if I go quite quiet, which I notice that sometimes I do, then it should boost my voice back up to show that I'm actually speaking louder than I am. When did I start streaming today? A half hour ago, 7 o'clock for me. That should work. I did set that up today. Whether it actually does is a different question. Stream has been live for parameter unavailable. Now that one's not working. I managed. How can I set up hug but not set up uptime? I've been live for 35 minutes and 46 seconds. Streamlabs must like hugs more than uptime, more than splitting out what uptime is on command. To be fair, I prefer hugs over split time. I've been trying to get 1k encounters before my stream, and I'm bored. Yeah, encounters. My aim is to do at least 200 today, 300. which I've done 70 already. No, 50 already in half hour, so I should be on target for that. Danny, you should do 1,000 encounters today. That should be your challenge. If I don't get at least one shiny highlight, I'm gonna screech. Yeah, I'm hoping that we get Berserker today because I'm a bit bored of hunting Berserker. Yeah, the frustration just. Liv, you should sleep lock Safari Shiny Hunt. Just have a meltdown on camera. Meltdowns get views. I might. What? You might sleep lock it, or you might have a meltdown, or both. Eight-hour stream tonight confirmed. I'd watch. What you should do is shiny hunt and play Undertale. There's a 75% chance I'll do it. I didn't see the emoji. Can I unretract? Shiny Undertale. Shundertale. So, but I woke up early to do some hunts, but went back to sleep. That is mood. That is the biggest mood. Boom, 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 boom. I woke up at regular time, planned to have breakfast, but instead I got up at 2 and had leftover spaghetti, Oreos and Cheetos. Health goals. There we go, guys. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, turn that. Oh, 1. The odds of that happening are next to impossible. True, but it would happen to me, Danny. True, it would happen to me. I wonder what the longest legit hunt is. Sorry, just pouring myself a drink. I'm hunting in 3 different games right now. I wonder if that's more or less effective, because, like, you're probably being slower than general. $100k for a Mewtwo. What's that? Is that full odd shiny hunting, or is that? It's basically I want to hit odds today. Which is what, 1,360 something? Heart Gold Safari, Zekrom, Ultramoon, and Hoot Hoot. SH. I used to pronounce Hoot Hoot as Hoof Hoot. Hoof Hoot. Bam 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 bam. Ho ho. Bam 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 bam. I still call it ho ho rather than ho oh. Like when you put ho ho, I literally didn't even think that was wrong. And like in my head, I know it's wrong, but ho ho ho. Danny's turned into Santa. I'm scared I'm not going to get any shinies this week. Yeah, no, well, I think I'm going to get any shinies this week. I still haven't got any in Leaf Green, and I've been doing that off stream, and I'm like, almost 200 resets now, and I still haven't had a shiny. See you, Danny. I'll see you soon. Boom, 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 boom. And before people ask, I'm drinking apple juice, not beer. My dog's having dreams. Boom, boom. Your dog and Liv's dog should meet. If my dog met Liv's dog, I think my dog would try and eat it. But there's my dog there. I can't see my camera at the moment. And my dog is feisty, yeah, but my dog's like 5 times bigger than yours. Like, Weimaraner's in general are trained to hunt bears. That's their like natural job. They train them to hunt bears in packs. So they are, unless they're well trained, they can be really aggressive and don't deal well with other breeds of dogs, especially smaller dogs because they're very pawsy. If he meets a smaller dog, he'll try and pin it. Like, it won't be out of aggression, it'll just be he thinks he's playing, but he's like as strong. They're strong when they're trying to hunt bears. They're trying to run at full pelt and put both paws and basically push the bear over. They're a German hunting breed, so they are really, really strong. But that is their natural job. Bears and boars. So smaller animals, that he doesn't do very well with unless he's been brought up with them. So like he's really good with the cats, and gets on really well with the kitten. But like he's seen it as it grows up. It'd be for sure one hit KO for Sophie. Is that, don't get me wrong, Kip's not trying to hunt bears, but he is very pawsy and very strong. And doesn't do well with smaller dogs. What is my dog's name? Kipling, like the cake. Here's the brand. Mr. Kipling. Spelt exactly the same. I remember from Jesse. My dog's older than Jesse. Your dog's older than Debbie Ryan. My dog is an old man now. He's coming up to 11, I think. Which is 77 in dog years, so that's well old. Yeah, he's an old man. He doesn't act like it. I think it's all the sleeping he does. It keeps him young. Like, he will literally just sleep for the rest of the night now, if I let him. I wish I could. Like, I think that's what's happened. I think that because I've seen the dog sleep so much, it stopped me from sleeping. I'm sat at such a weird angle. There we go. Well, you can see my ugly bookshelf. When you have a dog, can't relate. Everybody should have a dog. I reckon it should become a staple for everybody to have a pet. Like, animals don't do so much for people, like, both physically and mentally. And whether that's a cat, a dog, hamster, is that I think, especially families that have children, they should have a pet. It teaches the kids so much. I don't like Super Mystery Dungeon music. It's obviously if they can't afford to look after an animal, then that's completely different. But like, the responsibility of looking after an animal, as well as the mental aspect of having something to care for and also care for you, is very, very good. Is that I know when I've had issues with depression and things like that, it's been my dog that's got me through it. Is that you don't understand, like, that feeling of an animal like loving you, if that makes sense. See you, Nelson. Have fun eating. Okay, I'm going to do 3 more encounters. Well, 2 now. And then I'm going to quickly grab a drink of water. Stretch my legs for 2 seconds and I'll be back. Because I can't live off apple juice. As much as I'd love to be able to. Apple juice do be hitting different. I absolutely love apple juice, except from it's not very good for me. Obviously, being a diabetic, it's full of sugars, and so I can only have it on a rare occasion. So I will have to get a glass of water just to support it. So I'll leave it on this screen. I'll be back in literally 2 seconds as I grab a drink. Do 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 do. Bam, bam, bam. What was going down in Liv's Discord earlier? Yeah, no, I missed it as well. Liv mentioned it earlier, but I didn't have a chance to have a proper look at it. So I'd already started streaming. I just want to check that I am on full odds for Berserker. Yeah, 504. This is one remix that I just don't like. The SSN remix. If that's a Christmas song, then I won't be happy. No, it's Sky Tower. Liv's still lurking. Use the exclamation mark lurk command, Liv. My brother's are loud, so I can't hear, but I'm here. There you go, use the alert command, Liv. Oh, because that's what it's there for. And to see if it works. I think Danny used it earlier, but I couldn't remember. That's done. Why does it exist? I don't know. Streamlabs said to put it on there. Oh, Danny did use it earlier. Well, he's used it now. And Danny starts speaking in hentai. What does that mean, Danny? It said no. And he retracted his message. I didn't even get a chance to read that one. Fair enough. I've actually found some royalty-free anime music. I was going to put it on other than Pokemon tunes, and then didn't get a chance to actually put it on. Dang. Was it Hasumi Miku? I have no idea, but I don't think so. Alright, no, I'm going to put a specific song on. K-pop wishes it could be her. I'll be honest, I don't listen to any K-pop. It's probably the one genre that I don't. See you in a second, Danny. Oh. Sorry, dudes and dudettes, I do need to have some food. Okay, on the bed. Okay, over here. 2 seconds, guys. Alright, I am back too, because after my dog not lying down properly. But welcome back. Welcome back. Ooh, that is one I want. Just ignore me that I'm eating cake. Oh, that's a toxin. What did you have to eat, Nelson? Pork chops, nice. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Am I still doing my hunting Leaf Green? Yes, I'm on about 200 encounters right now. Encounters, 200 resets, and still nothing. Which is looking at about 6,000 encounters. So I'm not over odds yet on anything, but that is pretty unlucky. I don't know how people can focus on 2 games at once. I tried it for a while, and like, I just can't do it. I don't know how some people do like 3 or 4 at a time. Right, 2 was difficult, and I had set one, so one was a controller, and the other was me doing it on the keyboard, but it was still a nightmare. Some people out there with like 8 Game Boys. Yeah, I know. I was thinking about like recording, but I was like, how am I going to record 2 different games at the same time to get the shiny, and then focusing on the one that I want? Oh, I just attacked that one. I didn't want to do that. That's 1 dead berserker. Maybe that'll give me the shiny look by massacring one. Yeah, like, how do people do it with 8 Game Boys? Like, I don't have that many hands. I'd have to like play one with two hands, one with my teeth, and one with my feet. See you, Nelson. People usually just make a cut to switch camera setup, so I can link you to a couple of my friends' reactions. Yeah, that would be quite good, Danny. Again, my issue though is probably playing more than 1 game. I can barely focus on 1 game. But don't get me wrong, the recording part is an issue too, but no, yeah, Danny, I'm just broken. No leopard. There we go. And then I got Carablast. I literally avoided the leopard to get Carablast. I felt that. Carablast. Carablast. I do think he is quite cute. I can't say I've ever used him as a Pokemon though, so I don't know how good he is or his evolution. I literally only have his evolution to have it in the Pokedex. That was it. What Carabasta? Both. Both. Both, Danny, both. Both. Woo-woo. Woo-woo. Liv, are you still here? Danny, I've worked out my top 10 Pokemon, so I'm gonna do a top 10 Pokemon video soon. Oh, I just Yes. And I've worked out that I'm a Gen 3 stan, which I knew already. Because 4 of my top 6 Pokemon are from Hoenn. And if you work it out, 1, 2, 3, 4. 7 out of 10 are from Hoenn. Alright, I'm pretty sure there's someone at my door. Just give me 2 seconds, because there shouldn't be. Alright, I am back. The old lady next door is having some work done tomorrow, apparently. She was like, they're going to be here at 9 o'clock. I was like, I'm not going to be asleep, so that doesn't bother me. My top 10 are Leafeon, Vanillix, Starmie, Vaporeon, Dubwool, Sylveon, Espeon, Lycanroc, Pachirisu, and Oshawott, with Leafeon being number 10 and Oshawott being number 1. Fair enough, that is a solid top 10. I would tell you mine, but if I'm going to make a video, that sort of ruins the video. It do be solid. Is Oshawott your favourite starter of all time? I believe it. I believe you said it is before, but I can't remember. Yep, he's perfect in every way. Strangely enough, my favourite starter is not from Hoenn. Although I do stand Mudkip, but he's not my favourite. Mudkip's number 11 on my list. Strangely enough, Mudkip is number 12 on my list. There is a starter that I like better than him. I'm getting Turtwig vibes. It is a grass type, but it's not Turtwig. Turtwig is up there, but he's not my favourite. And I don't like any of this starter's evolutionary line. I prefer him as this starter. And it's not Bulbasaur either. Although he is up there. I'm sure he's a starter. I'm sure I'm thinking of the right one. I'm second guessing myself now. I need to double check that he is a starter. They're gone, I can hear you again. We're just guessing my favourite starter Pokemon live. And I'm just making sure that I haven't messed up and got this wrong. Oh no, I was right. He is a starter. No, I do know my starters. I just started second guessing myself because I was thinking about it too hard. But as I said, yeah, I wouldn't evolve this starter. This when I played this gen, I literally kept it as this Pokemon. I did not evolve it. I refused to evolve it because it was ugly. The evolution was ugly. It's not Chespin, no. I'm not a big fan of Chespin. Although Chespin as Chespin is really cute, but I would not evolve Chespin either. Rowlet, it is Rowlet. I absolutely adore Rowlet. He is so cute. In real life, I love owls, but Rowlet is so cute. I adore Rowlet. He is in my top 10. Rowlet is in my top 10. Bam, 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 bam. Is that whenever I get emotes, I'm going to get an emote of Rowlet. Because he is so cute. I really want a Rowlet plush, but it needs to be round. It's got to be like circular. Rowlet Jiffy Beidou. It's got to be like this. It's got to be like this. Right, I'm gonna fall. It'll be like this. Like round. You still haven't hit 1k yet. You've been slacking. I need motivation. How many have you done, Liv? You're at 8? Oh, 100, I was gonna say. I was gonna say, I thought you were just gonna go, I'm at 8. I was like, wow. Hey, Belle. Fake fan. I don't look at your numbers. No, I think even she was talking about Danny Bell. Then what do you look at? Nothing. I was mostly listening to you yesterday. I had my headphones in and my eyes closed because my eyes were hurting. That's why I was quite quiet in the chat, and because I was mainly listening rather than typing. He's staring into your eyes. Oh, okay, I'm coming at the wrong time. Do you know what? I'm actually really surprised that my laptop hasn't dropped any frames, because my CPU is running at about 50%. And I'm holding 30 frames per second quite happily, but I thought I'd be dropping frames all over the place with both my webcam on and streaming. And messing with all the audio settings. I'm sorry, when it gets to 25% what? If I went into performance mode, I'm sure it'd be doing a bit better, but I want to be able to see how the cam's working as well as the chat on the screen. Every time there's lag in the chat, it goes like bold, bold, bold. Lag, lag, lag. Has my webcam been jumping at all? If I'm about to do lots of movement. Bow, bow, down. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, bow, down. Bow, bow. Nah, it's Gucci. It's Gucci. Danny, what should we say? Anime songs for the last hour. That's good to me. Danny, you need to get to 11,500 today. Impossible. It's not impossible. $100 encounters an hour. You've got at least like 12 hours till midnight. What? 10 hours till midnight? 9 hours? You could do 100 encounters in an hour. Oh, impossible. Impossible. Danny. I said, mine's yeah, exactly. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. I bet you can get more encounters if you can flex a shiny. If you weren't trying to flex. The only problem is this is my full swiper. Is that literally that like this is the Pokemon I use for full swiping. Swipe is a TM, hun. Exactly, but I've already got a full swiper. I don't need another Pokemon with full swipe. And the other thing is that I've made them all friends, so they all do this little jiggle in front of the the camera as soon as it loads. That slows me down as well. They all do this little dance. Do 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 do. Back in SOS and in days, my whole party knew full swipe. I didn't do much SOS hunting, to be fair. I did the cute charm glitch in Diamond and Pearl and Platinum, but I didn't really do a lot of shiny hunting in X and Y and Omega Ruby. I switched my regular ferret with a shiny Crobat, and I do admit it feels good to flex. I'd be faster if I stopped running into leopards. I feel like I've become numb to the shiny sound and won't actually notice it. Yeah, no, I get that. I keep thinking that I'm not going to see the gold shiny from this one. Sometimes I wonder what encounter I'm actually at, because I've definitely forgot probably about 50. Something's going down in my like friend group chat. I've missed 238 messages, and now I'm scared to have a look. Like something really big's going down. Like this is the same group chat that there probably hasn't been 200 messages in the past year. So it's definitely drama. Like this group chat like hasn't been like used since my birthday, which was February. I think that was the last post as of like a few days ago when people started like just checking up on each other. No, there is a separate group for TikToks. That one is regularly used, which is why I'm worried that it's this one. That this one is like the one that we use to arrange meetups and things like that, so it doesn't ever get used. But there's been a few messages in it, like double checking that if people are alright over the past few days. But like to have now on 245 messages, like literally in the space of a few seconds, there's been 7 messages. I just saw a glimpse of the blue pop-up, and it said, and the first few words was, "She said this," and I'm like, oh no. Stop distracting me, I've done 5 encounters in 15 minutes. Mood of the century. What game are you streaming tonight, Liv? Undertale. No, she'll never play Undertale again. Just with more cut up encounters. Does that mean you're cheating? What, Belle? Can you cook? Yes. Is that me referring to encounters? You're getting the whole collection of Kingdom Hearts. Nice. Is that hard copy or is that download? I gotta draft that as a tweet. Is that for Switch? Are you getting that? No PS4. Nice. My drafted tweets are wild. So, guys, we're now up to 260 messages. This is going to be a fun read. Alright, let's see if we can find some copyright-free anime music. A really itchy nose. I'm just gonna stop at 900 because I have to do my makeup before I get on, and that takes me 30 minutes. That is fair enough. Danny, what day are you most free later this week? Tomorrow or Wednesday? Thursday we're going to Rhode Island. Okay. Tomorrow is Wednesday. It's Tuesday today. So Wednesday is the best day. I mean, I'll have a bunch of free time the rest of the week. I just can't guarantee all the time. No, what I wanted to do was send you over the first draft of my Pokemon Infinite Fusion playthrough. Yes, but it's Pokemon Infinite Fusion rather than Pokemon Uranium. Come on, 1,200 encounter. This is the one, boys. And I didn't even get a spawn. It was not the one. Infinite Fusion. I'm gonna do it. I'm doing an insane randomized Nuzlocke. So it's randomized to the fullest extent that it can be, because it has like different levels. So I'm putting on its insane, with trainers, items, starters, wild Pokemon, all randomized. How much longer am I streaming? I'm not sure at the moment. I was thinking that either calling it at 9:30 or maybe pushing to 10. I was going to ask you earlier if your brothers were streaming. Because I do need to do some actual food before I pass out, and then I've got some editing to do, so it's ready for Danny, because I'll send it to him tomorrow. I'll force them to, but don't force them to, because again I'm not sure what time I'm finishing. I kind of wanted to get to odds today, so I also, depend on how I'm feeling later, I might do a late night stream, because I'm not sleeping again, so oh no, nothing in real time. But no, yeah, I was kind of hoping tomorrow anyway, because that way I can sort of put it out towards Friday time, maybe Saturday, and I want to try and get another episode recorded tomorrow. So, and I know my editing isn't going to be perfect. It's just to make sure that it's not boring. But I was thinking of streaming Agony later if people fancied it. But that would have to be on Twitch, because Agony is an 18+ game with a lot of nude and gore and Agony. I'll show you. It's this game here. It was a kickstarted game, and when it was first kickstarted, it looked absolutely amazing. It's set in hell, and basically the guy is trying to escape hell and has to find the goddess of lust, and she's his ticket out. So obviously it's very graphic, it's very gore and very messed up game, but it looks so amazing. But I'll have to stream it on Twitch. I can't put it on YouTube because of how gory and that, and I want to keep my YouTube quite professional. Whereas Twitch can be a little bit more of a mess about, but I'll probably have a beer and that maybe every time I have a jump scare or have a beer. Alright, I'll be just 2 seconds. I know, right? You kids can't buy alcohol. I never understood that about America. Is that you could go out and vote, you can go out and buy cigarettes, but you can't drink. It's like you're just as likely to make a stupid decision, because I'm getting a lot of people that are 18 voted for Trump, which is just as stupid as some of the decisions you make while drunk. And buy guns. I thought the gun to buy a gun legally in some states is 21. I know in some states it is as high as 25. If you don't have some experience. Yeah, is that as much as I understand the gun laws in America and why you have them, is that from a British point of view, some states do need tighter restrictions. Like some states, don't be wrong, I completely agree with gun ownership, but I think it should be very restricted and be more towards the Japanese style of owning a gun, where you have to apply for so long, you have to go to a gun range once every 3 months to be tested, that to show that you're upkeeping your gun, B, know how to shoot it, and C, know where to shoot. So they train you to shoot, not to kill. And effectively shoot, not to kill. And the state offers paid training. And then, third of all, you need to have psychoanalysis to show that you're mentally fit to own a gun. But you have to apply, and it takes like so long. I think it can take up to 4 or 5 months. And you have to put in a separate application. I think it's in total it's 3 applications with all deadlines. So I think the first application is the training, and then the second is your psychoanalysis, and you have to pass. And then it's the third, they do another training, but in total it takes like 4 or 5 months to get a gun. You can't just go down and buy it tomorrow. And I admit that I know some places in America there is really good gun restrictions. It's just that some places there aren't, and because it's more places out in the sticks, it's not cities that it tends to be the problem. The guns come from towns that are very rural, and then sort of get brought to cities and sold either illegally. No, neither would I. As someone that's been diagnosed with a form of depression, I would not be allowed to own a gun, which I believe is 100% right. If you look at statistics around the world, that most suicides that are done using a gun are from people that have been diagnosed with depression. And don't get me wrong, is that I've never been suicidal, but sorry, I was trying to get my dog to look at the camera. Don't get me wrong, is that I'm licensed to shoot and train kids with air rifles, which I know is nothing like shooting a real gun, but sorry, what was I saying? Is that, yeah, I'm licensed to train kids. Where's my wallet? If I had my wallet to hand, I'd show you. I've got a gun license. I could own a gun, and I do own an air rifle that I've used to shoot pheasants and birds and rodents. But like when I've gone hunting, I went to France to do some hunting. I only hunt for food. Is that I wasn't hunting for fun. Like, I don't shoot for fun. Is that everything I hunt, I took back. I prepared myself. I cooked myself, or I froze and prepared and froze, and then cooked later on. Is that so? And I understand owning a gun from that aspect, but to own a gun for self-defense, the only reason you need to own a gun for self-defense is because other people have guns. That is the only defense with that. And like, I understand that I'm coming from a very naive point of view, is that I don't live in America. Is for all that Britons complain about gun control, the same can be said about knife control in the UK. Like, the amount of stabbings in the UK is through the roof. So it's like everywhere has their own problems. If you look at places like Australia, which used to have very similar laws to America with gun rights, and they did a gun amnesty in the 70s, and everybody handed their guns in, and they haven't had a mass shooting for what 40 odd years now. But if you look at some of their other crime has actually risen because less gun crime's happening. And for all they brag saying yes they don't have gun crime, they're the same as the UK. They have a lot of stabbings, and they have a lot of violent assaults. And so it was the same as the country Denmark. They have very, very similar, very, very strict gun laws, and you can own hunting guns over there, which is a lot easier to own than the UK gun laws. And they haven't had a shooting in 13 years or something stupid. But their knife crimes through the roof. Is that so? There's issues everywhere, and if you take away the guns from America, something else will rise and replace it. So the issue isn't the gun. Guns don't kill people. Guns make it easier to kill people, don't get me wrong. But just as many people die to knives. I'm so happy I didn't get my shiny during that conversation. That would have been a really awkward clip, wouldn't it? Shiny shows up. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. My ex used to carry a knife around just in case. Hashtag ccaazzaa out of context. I think the statistic in the UK is something like 67% of people that carry a knife just in case get stabbed with their own knife. Is that the problem is people don't know how to use a knife. Like, it's not the medieval times. Like, you don't go around wielding a sword, and you don't get trained to use a sword. Most people that don't know how to hold a knife that's going to hurt somebody, and so when they actually do, it's more of a shock system or a wild slash. So it doesn't do what they think it's going to do, and end up dropping the knife. And that's not me saying train how to use a knife. That's me saying just don't use a knife. I'm a chef. I know how to use a knife. That is not stabbing dead meat or vegetables is not the same as stabbing a person. Pepper spray is actually a Class 5 firearm in the UK. Is that you're not really supposed to carry it because it's very, very you can carry it, but you need to carry the right one, and most people that buy it online don't know what the right one is. And because in the UK it's very strict on what percentage it can be, because there's been cases of people going blind if they get sprayed in the eyes with it. Yeah, pepper spray is very effective. Is that as part of my police training, I was pepper sprayed to know what it feels like, and it stings like a B word. But it's got to be regulated. I think the one that the police carry around is around 60%. The UK for the UK for people to own, it's got to be under 50%. You can buy it online from places like China where it's 97%. I know someone that brought one that is 97%, which, if it gets in your eyes, will turn you blind. It was an optional spray. They offer it you, and like there's no reason for it to. I didn't see the reason for me not to have it. Is that if I'm going to spray someone with it, I want to know what it feels like, so I'm not excessive with it, if that makes sense. And like I would recommend it to anybody that does police training to get it done, because it teaches restraint, which is a big part of policing in general. Is that you've got to learn the proportionate amount of force to use. Is that if I emptied the whole can in your face, it's very different to if I do one quick spray. And that's not true, Belle. Like when I got home after mine, like I was still in pain, but I got in the shower. The problem is people dip their head in water, which reactivates it. The idea is that you need running water to wash it off. It's a chemical that attaches to your face, and obviously, so you need to blink really hard and fast to get it out of your eyes, and then wash it away. You don't want to just dip your head in water because that will reactivate it. Is that I think there's a big problem with a lot of policing, and granted, I don't know how American police are trained, but a lot of the UK police training is restraint from force. Is that force is done in levels. I think when I was trained, it was 1 to 7. 1 being just talking to you, 2 being raising my voice, 3 being basic contact, like hand on shoulder, all the way up to like 7, 8, which is like lethal. But it's about matching that response to the situation. What you don't want to do is over-escalate, because that makes the situation worse. And as much as I don't want to talk about it, what happened in America a few weeks ago is completely horrible. But I think it was a lot of people that didn't understand what they were doing. Is that we're trained where to restrain people, and like when we put someone on the floor, we put a knee across this part of your back, with an arm up in the air, and then we handcuff you and turn you onto your side, like almost instantly, so that you can breathe. Like, we would not keep anyone on the floor for the amount of time, let alone put a body part on top of somebody. Is that although it's a placement, there's no pressure, it's more of to stop you rolling over. But you would not put your knee on top of someone, especially not their neck. The other thing is that I have an issue with the whole thing that's going on is that there was 4 officers there. What they don't tell you is that 2 of those officers were 4 days into duty, and also that the guy that had his knee on the neck was of a higher rank. Whenever you've started a job and you're 4 days in, doesn't matter where you are, if a manager's doing something, and whether it's right or wrong, you are not going to tell him it's right or wrong. Doesn't matter what profession you're in, because if that video had shown of those police had dragged him off him, those police would have been suspended without pay and lost their job anyway. So it was a lose-lose situation for them. And granted that it comes down to how much confidence you have in that job, is that I'd like to say that that I would step in, but thinking about it, like, it's quite hard to be put in that position of you're 3 days, 4 days onto the job, you see someone doing something wrong. Do you know it's wrong? Like, granted, yes, I think in that position you should know it's wrong, that putting your knee on someone's neck. But B, calling a senior out on that is something completely different. It's that calling a senior officer out on something that they're doing wrong, although there'll be outrage from the public saying that yes, they did the right thing, they've been recorded, but it's having that confidence to turn around and go, he's doing something wrong, I need to do something about it. And both of them have said in their statements that they did raise concerns, but didn't know how to deal with that situation. And don't get me wrong, is that that doesn't mean that what they did was any right or wrong, any worse or any better. But I think it should be definitely taken into account. On the off topic, I'm currently on 340 messages. Yeah, I think the media portrayal of this has definitely been one-sided. The media is very quick to jump, and that's both UK and American media, is very quick to jump on the better side of the story. Yeah, everybody would turn around and go, yeah, I'd defy authority in that case, and I would speak up. But doing it in practice is something completely different, and you've got to be that individual mindset and be prepared to face the consequences. Is that if those officers had dragged him off that guy, not only would the course case be they interrupted an arrest, it would be that they interrupted a senior officer, and that they also technically assaulted a police officer while on duty. The other thing I don't like about the case is that the officer definitely knew George Floyd's past, and it's what he acted on was a bias. And I don't think it was as much skin color initially. Is that yes, he has been accused of racism before, but he attended a case of a man that, from the reports, and this is news that I've read, and I could be incorrect with this, is that George Floyd was originally in prison for assaulting an elderly person with a weapon, in aims to rob that person, and then was arrested and went to prison. So he's attending a job, and that's the reason I think there's two police cars there, is that they're attending a job of an ex-convict that has previous issues with a gun. Again, going back to the gun issue, is that's already going to be a heightened response. Is that, like, dealing with people I deal with, the aggressive people, and I live in a small town, so we know the troublemakers. The issue with America is that you can patrol quite a large area, And although you'd be put into a certain station, you probably read more into it than a lot of than we do, because we tend to know the difficult people first person. Is that I know a lot of people that cause trouble in my local area, and they know me by name. Is that they know me, like I've met them enough times. The problem with America is a lot more people. It's the same as if you policed a city, you wouldn't get that regular people. The other issue the media is all the people saying that he wanted to turn his life around. Is that a man that's just come out of prison wanting to turn his life around isn't committing fraud at a shop. Is that, and that's the true fact of it. Is that from the reports that he was committing fraud. A man that's come out of prison that wants to turn his life around doesn't commit fraud. Don't get me wrong, that's a lot better than assaulting someone with a gun. But is it as good? Like, is he really turning his life around? Granted, he shouldn't have been killed for it, and those officers are completely in the wrong. And that officer was racist, but there's issues on both sides. Is that the media portrayal of it really blows it out of proportion from that point of view. Is that, look at it yourself, is that you didn't know that 2 of those officers were on their first week of shifts. Anyway, let's change the subject to something a bit more fun for the last 25 minutes or so. Yeah, the media's doing the whole other thing. It's like I saw Uproar. Going back to it, a completely different thing. But that 75-year-old man that was pushed over, is that he walked up to police in riot gear, holding something in his hand and tapping it against the police officer, blocking his way. Is that the police officer's training then is to move him out the way. Granted, he was a 75-year-old man or however-year-old man, but that doesn't matter. Like, you don't know what he's got in his hand or anything. Is that in the video, all you see is that he has something about this size in his hand, and he walks up to the police officer and starts tapping it with it. Okay, but yeah, let's change the subject. I'm up to almost 400 messages. And I have seen that my name has been posted twice now. So I've now been dragged into this without actually even reading the chat and knowing what it's about. Yeah, my real name. These are my real friends, as in the ones that I know in real life, and like I've been atted, as in like at Callum. What's a real? What's the music stopping for? Oh, I was literally just about to try guessing your real name. Wow. My real name is Callum. Calum. Although most of my friends do call me Kaz. Spelt like that, but one L. Only one L. Is actually secretly Steve from Blue's Clues. Yes, like that. Because that is the Irish way of spelling it. If you were a teacher, you'd have to make a curriculum. Get out, Danny. Get out. How dare you? I'm enlightening you. I can't deny that. Deny? Can't Danny it. Our humour is pure gold, Danny. Pure gold. How punny. A Wovia. How Danny. I've purposely sat so far back. Dwoney. Kind of a stretch. Stretch. Kawawum. Cool. Alright, 2 seconds. I'm just gonna quickly grab a sip of water. Liv, are you here? Olivia. La Prise. La Prise, where are you? Banana, banana, banana. So Danny, I did something really bad today. You can't really notice, but I've cut my hair. Because of the angle I'm at, you won't really notice it, but it is a lot shorter. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. It is well. It's like well short. Probably a little bit too short. I was summoned. Are you doing a late stream tonight? I'm trying 5:30 till 1:30 a.m. my time. You're gonna stream for 6 hours. So 10:30 till 5:30 a.m. I want a in shiny. I want a shiny donkey. Donkey, I want a shiny. Hey, Dana. Call me Kevin who? How you doing, Dana? Dana Banana? You should eat properly. 3 meals a day. Just make them smaller. And you will start feeling better. Even if they're just little snacks, try and eat. Humans are designed for 4 meals a day. If you go back to like 400 years ago, we would actually be awake for 6 hours, sleep for 6 hours, be awake for 6 hours and sleep 6 hours. It's only in the really past like 300 or 400 years that we've started doing longer days, and that was more with the industrialization, because a lot of the time the work that you were doing outside was too hard to do during the day because of how warm it got, especially during the summer months. Is that, especially since I've become a diabetic, trying to eat 3 meals a day has been one of the hardest, because I was the same. I would eat like dinner and that was it. And yeah, spatial meals out is that I have breakfast at like 6 a.m. Well, granted that I know most people aren't awake at 6 a.m, but I tend to have my breakfast quite early. Then I won't eat until like 2 o'clock. And then I'll eat at like 11 when I finish streaming. Dun, 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 dun. And just eat small. Is that, and a lot of food is just disgusting. Yeah, I do get that. Is that that's one of the main reasons that I started cooking for myself and preparing my own meals. Like, granted, my dad's a chef, so that was quite easy for me. But like, I tend to eat the same thing week in, week out. And yeah, I do get bored of the same food. But I tend to find I like 4 or 5 dishes that I really enjoy, and then rotate them. And then I tend to try and treat myself of a weekend to something that like I really want or fancy. I was like that for a long time, and I think that is a really thing with as you grow up, is that you will try more food as you grow up. And just so you know, apple juice, not beer, apple juice. But yeah, the best way I find to try meals is to try, like, if you go to a restaurant and your family orders other stuff, is get into the habit of trying one other dish. Like, if you go out for an Indian as a meal, or you can get wine in a carton in the UK, and you can get beers in cartons as well, and ciders as well. Especially if you get it from breweries. A lot of breweries are switching over to cartons rather than glass bottles, because it's more sustainable. Because they'll actually say that if you return, some of the cartons are like proper designed so that you can return them and get them refilled. But back to saying, but try and, yeah, if you go out for a meal and like someone's ordered something like a curry or something that you haven't tried before, get into the habit of trying it. That's the main reason that I started eating food. Is that when I was like, yeah, your age, 13, 14, like, I wouldn't eat anything. Like, I'm a fussy eater when it comes to like standard things, so I won't touch anything with a sauce. Nothing, no sauce, no gravy, no nothing. I like dry foods. And it wasn't until like 2 or 3 years ago that I wouldn't eat curries and things like that, because they'd come in a sauce. And so it was sauce has just always been pointless to me. Is that if you have to add a sauce to make a food taste nice, then the food doesn't taste nice. The sauce tastes nice, and you might as well just drink the sauce. Like, especially for foods like curries, is that if the curry and the sauce, if the sauce and the food taste the same because of the sauce, what's the point? I like dry food because like I like to taste the food itself. Is that like I'm also the other reason that I don't like sauces is that I don't really like tomatoes. And 50% of sauces tend to be tomato based. Is that if you look at spaghettis, if you look at curries. I only eat chicken. It has to be baked, have no skin, and very little seasoning. See, that is one thing that I have greatly improved. I used to be like that. I'd eat chicken and I'd eat pork and I'd eat beef, and that'd be basically all the meat I would eat. But recently, I've been trying to like eat fish once a week. As a kid, like I didn't really like potatoes. If you sweet beef or pork, is that out of the fact that you just won't eat beef or pork as a choice, or is that as you don't like it? As in not like vegetarian, but as a choice, as in you wouldn't eat beef or pork from that point of view. Why is that, Danny? Pork chops are gross. Is that out of taste, texture? And have you only ever like pan fried them, or have you had them cooked different ways, like hog roast or? And like this is something that could just definitely be me, but I find that the different ways things are cooked. So yeah, baking them can make them quite bland. When I was taught, like I when I was first cooking pork, I would bake it, but my dad actually told me it's better to pan fry it. It cooks a bit faster, the taste is slightly different, and you cook it in basically its own juices, so it tastes a lot nicer. So it could be down to something like that. And because you're cooking it slightly differently, the texture is different. I'll let my mother know. It's a lot more hard work pan frying it because you. So, and like, if you were at my house, I would probably say, "Screw you, you can have something else," because it's probably easier. Is that you got to remember? Like, I only cook for me, so like, my house is empty. I've got a 4-bedroom house that basically to myself all the time. My dad's off at his girlfriend's, and my brother's never here. So I had to learn to cook for myself, and so cooking for myself, I basically do what I want. But if I was cooking for the family, it would be different. But we're going to give this about 10 more minutes, and then we'll find someone to raid. If anybody knows anyone that's streaming, then let me know and we can raid those. It's quite... when I first started cooking for just myself, I found it really, really hard. Because, like, half the time I can't be bothered to prepare for something. See, yeah, that was like me. Is that I would do something because it's there frozen in the freezer, or but I try and cook so much from frozen and so much fresh. That sounds to me like more of a mental thing, Dana. And what I would say for that is try and force yourself, even if it's just prepare something that you know you'd like to eat. Something, if you have like a favourite food that you really fancy. So, say for me, it was like pasta bolognese, which it wouldn't be, but purposely make it smaller. And then, even if you don't eat all of it, you can always put that in the fridge and come back to it. And so, try and force yourself to eat a little bit, because the problem with not eating is that over time your stomach becomes smaller, and you'll physically want to eat less, which isn't healthier for you. Especially as you're growing it as well. Is that all props to Danny, but he's 18, like he's almost stopped growing. So him not eating for a day or two won't have as big effect as it would have on you as you're still growing. And the music stopped. And that doesn't give you an excuse not to eat, Danny, either. Because I have a god at this point, but besides the point. The puppy is sleeping. Oh doggo. Oh doggo, doggo. Here's baby. Yeah, it's although you can, it's just not very good for you. Is that, don't get me wrong, is that when I had a lot of issues with depression and things like that, I almost completely stopped eating and drinking, and it just made the situation worse. Food is literally my only source of happiness. I'm hurt, Danny, I'm hurt. No, that is still not a good thing. And of course you are... One sec. Ah, Danny. Why does it say /me? I don't know. I'll have a look at it for tomorrow. What was I doing? There we go. I'll see if I can sort it out for tomorrow. Streamlabs just wants to hug people. Danny, is there anyone online to raid? Or would you be able to have a look? Alex is live, yeah, but there's only 3 of us, and like two of you are probably already. The 2 of you are probably already looking at Alex. Oh my god, Alex has been live. I've been such a fake fan. You will not be happy when you've been sat here watching me instead. I suppose if you haven't been watching Danny, then we probably could raid Alex. I don't see anyone else. Because I haven't been watching Alex either yet. So I probably will switch over to her in 2 minutes. But if you haven't been there as well and haven't posted yet, then it would be okay. But if Dan has already been watching Alex, then because yeah, I'll probably do any encounters that show up now, and then we'll do the raid. Oh, if Dano's not been there either, then it would make sense. But if you can find someone else, Danny, then that's fine by me. If you have to just quietly sneak in. Okay. We're just about to do the raid, so let me post the link. How are we all doing? There we go, here's the link. No, yeah, I'm not raiding Alex, don't worry. There we go, it's the Shiny Shack. But we're just about to do the raid, and then we're heading off. So if we could all just jump in and raid, and then I'll be ending the stream.